It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From State Farm Arena, tonight it's the Atlanta Hawks playing host to the LA Clippers. The opening tip corralled by the Hawks. They've got it first as we're underway in Atlanta. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to appear in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. Short jumper won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Parker to Trae Young. The drive, right to the basket, straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Leonard. George to Beverly. Almost unlucky bounce.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Fires the 3. Trae Young bothered just enough there. Beverly shot no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
To Allen Crabbe. The pass set it all up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Leonard to George. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Trae Young to Allen Crabbe. Here comes the screen. Even to Zubats. Sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Trae Young to Parker. Gets it in the left corner. Has a look. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. Beverly into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. It's PG for 2. That's no good. Trae Young tosses, crushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Alex Len tips it. Throws it down. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
The assist from number 5, Jabari Parker.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right back in it after 1 quarter of play. good start to this one. After one quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. George with a shot, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Trae Young. Shot from the lane, won't go. On the follow, way to stay with it.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
It's LA Clippers ball. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Trae Young to Parker. Nothing going here on that drive. Parker to Trae Young. Five to shoot for Atlanta. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Beverly into the front court. Down a point. Not that time. Parker with it. He'll run the offense. To Allen Krabs. Parker to Allen Crabbe.
Right. Hey, kick me the ball.
Screen coming. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Beverly to Leonard. Has a chance. Kawhi Leonard. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Trae Young. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Down low for Len. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Clippers have the basketball. Leonard to Paul George.
Hey, clear the lane. I got it.
Sizing up the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard. The shot almost. To Trae Young. Five to shoot for Atlanta. To Allen Crabbe. From long range. Tough shot. No good for Allen Crabbe. He'll put it up at the buzzer. So a tie one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports halftime report. The Hawks will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Atlanta Hawks. The Clippers have kept it close after one half. And even though they're losing, you don't see a lack of confidence from their shooters. That could be the difference for them in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Points in the paint.
These teams decided to get physical with each other in the first half, putting an emphasis on close-range scoring. You may have heard me say it before. You need a soft touch to finish in the paint.
Player of the half.
Lynn did a remarkable job of swatting shot after shot. Scorers have got to be thinking twice when he's within range.
Who was cold?
Beverly hasn't been able to land a single shot thus far in this matchup. I'm sure he'd like to redeem himself in the second half. But the way things have been going thus far, it's hard to believe it's going to happen for him. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Leonard. Nice pass to set things up.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Hawks have it. Screen coming. Probing the defense. Curling inside. From the painted area, won't go down. George against the Ukrainian Len.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
To Leonard. They get it to George. Down low. Strong finish for Paul George.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Parker. Trae Young to Parker. The Hawks with 4 to shoot to Trae Young. Has a look. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Paul George to Leonard. Trying to cash in. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Trae Young to Parker. To Allen Crabbe. Down low Collins. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
George to Beverly. Yes, And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Oh, he can't connect. Here's Atlanta. To Parker. Here comes the screen. Parker. Probing the defense. To Trae Young. Jabari Parker, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Kawhi Leonard, guarded by Alex Len. Has a chance. Leonard's shot won't go down.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
To Parker. 5 to shoot for Atlanta. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's what they brought him in for. Allen Crabbe hits the three.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Beverly to George. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Here comes the screen. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. "17-footer at the buzzer." That ends the third quarter. Scoreboard says it's all even. Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ball game.
Paul George. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Drive here, but the shot stays out.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Trae Young to Parker. To Allen Crabbe. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Here's the step back.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Paul George to Beverly. George on the drive, but his shot misses. Trae Young to Parker. Fires the 3. Trae Young bothered just enough there. down the lane, but the shot...
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Knocked loose, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. It remains Atlanta basketball. Trae Young to Allen Crabbe. And the rebound taken in by George. Beverly into the front court. Lead is 2. Hawks have the board. Jabari Parker looking good. 4 for 5.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
To Parker. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Count the bucket for 2.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
It's Atlanta ball. Trae Young to Allen Crabbe. Trae Young to Parker. Five on the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now the intentional foul as they get it with a little under 20 seconds left to play.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. Kawhi Leonard, huge block. That's his 3rd block this evening. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers put one in the win column with a solid performance. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Hawks just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard wasn't satisfied with just getting steals. He had to insist on getting a bunch of blocks as well. Now that's what I call defense.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.